Live stream. Okay, we are live now for our voices, no faces anyway. So Benzi, are you aware that I'm recording this one so that you guys, and then after the session, I'll post it on our group chat. It's private.
Okay.
So that you
Yeah.
guys can listen to the recording. It doesn't matter how many times you listen if you want, so that you can, self-evaluate how you speak,
Yeah.
and you can
Yeah. That's good. That's
yeah.
a good idea.
Okay. So now we can start. Jetli, do you have the questions? Do you mind doing the examiner thing today?
Okay.
Okay.
Sure, ma'am. Part 1, part 2. What part?
We can start part 1 for everybody, and then we just go back to the first one for part 2, and then part 3 until we finish the time.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. So
shall I start?
Yeah, you can start now. And you
Okay.
can maybe Binsi first for the first, round.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
So I'll start Pincy now.
Part 1.
So it's part 1. Part 1. Question 1 is, do you study or do you work? I work currently. I work in a hospital and I have been working as a staff nurse for about 4 years actually. Okay. Will you continue to work and why? I think in the future I will continue to work because this is a kind of job that I get a plethora of job satisfaction. So with that reason, I'm going to continue my job in the future as well. Okay. And what about the future profession? What things would you like to include in your profession? In my opinion, the future changes will be like I need to more update with the technical parts of my job because nowadays we know due to the advent of technology, there are a lot of changes that have occurred in my profession, like use of computers and electronic documentation. So I need to be aware and I need to be about these things. Okay. Okay, so there's another topic that I want to talk about is what kind of fishing is done in your country? In my country, there are a lot of people who involve in fishing, and there are some those who do fishing for hobbies, and we can see some of people who are involved in the fishing for earning their livelihood. Okay. Do you eat fish? Yes, I'm really into eating fish because fish are really nutritious and it is delicious also. Okay. Would you like to keep fish as a pet? Unfortunately, I don't prefer because, in my opinion, it restricts the freedom of those water beings. So I don't recommend it. Okay. Okay. Moving on to part 2. Okay. Already. Describe a risk you took. Okay. So this is the question, okay? Yeah. So the part or the sub question or the cue card is, first question is, what was the risk? Second, what fear you had while taking it? Okay. And third one is, what were the positive impact of taking that risk? Okay. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute to prepare. And your 1 minute starts now. 1, 2, 3, start. Preparing.
भगवान चल है जल्दी Okay, you can start speaking now.
Okay. In contemporary approach, taking risks are one of the favorite thing of especially the younger generation, because for them they can come out with from their comfortable zone, and they can have a better this they can take a better decision in their life as well. Here I would like to tell you about an incident that I took a risk, and I hope this was done last year when I visited India for my vacation. I did river drafting. As we know, it is quite an adventurous sport. Initially, my parents were reluctant to give permission to me to do these sports, but anyhow, at the last, they agreed with my need, and I was able to engage in these water sports. I was really raring to go for this water sport, and in short, I was on the edge of my seat to engage in this sport. Fortunately, I had company of my three friends who are one of my bosom's friends, and I was quite worried about this entertainment because I'm not a big fan of swimming, so this factor added to my fear of death. I mean the danger. And for this sport, we had spent for about 3 days. After the trip, it was really an exciting and thrilling experience. In short, it blew my mind also. Then it was quite expensive, and I had to pay an arm and leg for involving this game. I had to spend around 30,000 Indian money for the accommodation and also for providing.
Yes, Vinci, stop. Time is up.
Okay.
Okay, time. Okay, ma'am. Part 1 and part 2 question I asked.
Okay, so we'll go back to Binsi after we give questions to
No
the
problem.
rest too. Like Jubair. Is that okay for you, Jet Li, to do the questioning also with Jubair? Do you have other questions? Or I'll do it. I'll do it. Jubair, are you ready? Kior, you will be next to Jubair. After Jubair, I'll give you a chance to speak, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Jubair. Okay, here's your question.
Hello?
Yes, Jubair. Do you hear me? Jubair.
Hello?
Hello, Jubair. Jubair?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you hear me now, right? So I'm gonna mute everybody so that we don't get some interruptions there, except Jubair. Okay, I'll mute everybody. Okay, so, okay, here's your question, Jubair. Let me just, this is part 2. Is that okay? Part 2 is describe something. And then you will have 1 minute to prepare. And then I'll give you 2 minutes to talk. Okay, I have to ask everybody, like Binsi and Kiors, is it gonna be your first time when you take your test?
No, I take a taste.
Sorry?
I already had a taste before.
Okay, is that Kior?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. What about you, Binsi? Is it gonna be your first time or you did before also? Binsi, do you hear me? I think she left to go somewhere. Okay. Okay, Jubair, for your part too, so I'll do the spiel for examiner spiel. So I'm going to give you a topic and I want you to talk about it for 2 minutes. Jubair, are you listening? Jubair is gone. Oh boy. I think he gets disconnected. I think his connection is not that good. Okay, Kier, do you want to do it? And we'll go back to Jubair when he comes back. Because he got disconnected. Okay, Kior?
Hello, Ma'am Rita.
Yes, is this Binsi?
His audio is mute. Can you unmute his video? Yeah, fine. I cannot hear him.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah, okay, Kior, are you ready? So I'll say now I'm going to give you a topic and then I want you to talk about it for 2 minutes, but before you talk, I'll give you 1 minute to think about what you're going to say regarding the topic. You can write some notes or outline to help you. Do you understand? Okay, here's a paper and a pen for you to use. I'm just kind of pretending this is the actual test, okay? I would like you to describe something. It's food that people eat on special events. You should say, how is it cooked? Why do people eat it? And why you like it. Explain why you like it. Did you get that? Okay, I'll time it for 1 minute for you to prepare. Describe a food that people eat on special events. How is it cooked? Why do people eat it? Why do you like it? So 1 minute. Okay, time is up. You can start talking now. Cure?
Oh,
You
sorry,
can start talking now. Yeah, your 2 minutes starts.
Sorry, like I am at work, so I'm just listening. I
Oh, okay, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so we'll go to the next. Somil, do you wanna practice?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you will have the same question. I wonder if you got it, but I'll repeat it. The questions for you. Describe a food that people eat on special events. How is it cooked? That's your bullet point. There are 3 bullet points. How is it cooked? Number 1. 2, why do people eat it? And number 3, explain why you like it.
Okay.
Okay, your 1 minute preparation, did you get it?
Yes.
Okay, 1 minute preparation starts now.
Let me start, man. Well, I believe that I am a kind of fortunate person that I got born in India, because India is a diverse country, and India has always celebrated numerous festivals at each and every month. And these festivals are not only brings togetherness, but also it comes with a variety of foods. And here I would like to talk about the foods which are actually most important, and that being served on different kinds of festival at different moments. There are many. If I'm talking about myself, then as far as I'm concerned, I know many kinds of foods which actually preferred on our occasions. For example, if I'm talking about the baking pastries or any kind of appetizers, then they are the one who are always going to be prepared on some spiritual festivals. Apart from that, there is a lots of importance about that. That's because it is a kind of spiritual things, and it is said that in order to respect that the rules and regulation of that festival, we have to make it, and that is the reason we are always prefer it to give respect them. Apart from that, this is also gives us a chance to get together, and by gathering we can have a more chance to grab it, because each and every house has their own different taste. So it gives me a more curiosity to go to the other relatives' house and try to taste it. Apart from that, it is also a kind of thing of legacy, because that is the truth that if we are going to if we have to maintain our legacy or harmony of the families, then definitely we have to serve our food according to the festivals. And by doing this, we can maintain our harmony of the families, which is already being driven from the past times. The other reason is that there are lots of people who are on.
Okay, time is up. Okay, Somil, time is up. So, all right. So let me just go quickly with the feedback. So for Vinci, let me pull that up. I can't find it now. Okay, Vinci. Vinci, you really spoke well. Your fluency, I can say it's really a good, you have a very good, when it comes, you speak well. When it comes to your fluency, you will get a very good mark for that. And I noticed you used the word plethora in your part 1 question. So I don't know, I read it from some of the, IELTS courses that plethora, it's already overused. So you can use plethora. This is just my suggestion, just a tip, but you can, just decide for yourself. But if, for example, you need to use the word a lot of, you say a lot of in the beginning, and then if you think that you need to say it again, instead of saying a lot of again, then you can use plethora. You know what I mean? And okay, for your future profession, that was really good. Use of computer, it's like you were talking about upgrading yourself when you were asked about future profession, and your use of future tense, I think was really perfect. And fishing hobby, you talk about the fishing as a hobby, and also some people do it for livelihood. That was really good. But there was one thing in number 5 question, if do you like to have fish as a pet? And you said unfortunately something like no. And I feel like unfortunately there it's a good signpost, but I think you can use something else instead of unfortunately. I can't think of a signpost that, but I will maybe think of something. Okay, for part 2 question, describe the risk you took. What was it? What fear you had taking it? Positive impact. I don't have like any notes anymore. I don't know why, but I think okay, so for Somil, describe food. So Somil, for describing the food, I think it's good also to, and I was waiting till you mentioned the name of the food, because I think it is important. I don't know if you mentioned, maybe you did, but I just can't remember. And so it's good to, when you present or when you introduce this thing that you're going to describe, it's always good to start with a name. And so, okay, Ahana, all right. So, and then name, and then you can say the ingredients. You can say that.
I could say baking pastries and appetizer.
Okay, baking pastries. So it was like, okay, yeah, this is something also that I noticed. You mentioned like plural foods, but the question was like a food, just singular, like a food that people eat on special events.
Okay, means single item only I have to describe.
Yeah, it's singular because the bullet points, how is it cooked? It doesn't say how are they cooked. And then the bullet points say, why do people eat it? So it doesn't say, why do people eat them? So that means only one kind of food. So you could name it, you could mention the ingredients. It doesn't have to be complete ingredients. Maybe the major one, maybe you say like you use garlic, soy sauce, vinegar, something like that, among others. And then you could mention the taste, how it tastes, and also how to cook. Let's say, oh, you fry it. You don't have to really go over like the whole thing, but at least these things, ingredients, taste, how to cook, because it's a food. It's just logical to mention this, this aspect of the food. Do you understand? Does it make sense to you like that?
Yes, absolutely right.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Artie, it's your turn. So Mel, do you mind playing the role of an examiner for Jet Li? Do you have questions prepared?
A cue card or any kind of part 3?
Yeah, part 3 maybe. Jet Li, are you up to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll do that so that I can make notes. And then we'll go to Binsi after.
Okay, let me ask you first. Do you think the toys are changed in the past time?
Yes, definitely. I think toys have changed nowadays. Like earlier, they used to be the children were mostly used to play with the toys like cars or maybe any kind of plastic toys. But nowadays, children are taking more interest in mobile games or any kind of gadgets. For example, the children are playing on the tablets or maybe any kind of electronic gadget. They are taking more interest in them.
Next question.
Question
Somil?
is that, hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Shall I repeat the question, ma'am?
No more, please.
Another question.
Okay. Do you think parenting is a crucial task nowadays?
Can you please repeat?
Do you think parenting is a crucial task nowadays?
Yes, definitely. Parenting is a crucial
Task.
crucial thing.
Task.
Crucial
T-A-S-K.
task.
Yeah.
Crucial task. I'll not say nowadays, but yes, from the very beginning, as parenting plays a very major role in a child's overall development since from the beginning, as it is the foundation of a child future. For example, the children, whatever children learn while in parent means the way parents give a parenting to their children definitely brings their future or makes their future.
Okay, so I think Somil runs out of questions. You don't have much questions, Somil, right?
Just 1 minute, ma'am.
Because I can ask questions. I have.
Yes, ma'am. You can.
Okay, Jetli, your next question is, which food is generally popular in your country? I think you got this question before.
Yes.
Okay. Which food is generally popular in your country?
Okay, for me.
Yes, it's for you, Jetli.
Okay, India is very famous for variety of dishes. But one dish I would like to tell you about the Indian traditional sweets, which are mostly prepared at the time of some festivals. For example, gulab jamun is a very popular dish, or I'll say dessert in our country, which are prepared in very main occasions or the main festivals of India, like Diwali or Holi.
Okay. So, next question. Why some people prefer planting food themselves?
Planting food themselves.
Yes, planting. You plant the food.
Okay. Maybe because they are interested in, they are fond of gardening, and also, moreover, they have a big space in their home where they can do planting, and they can plant the exotic plants of their choice, and yes,
Okay.
they can follow that activity.
All right. Sounds good. Now I'm gonna give you some kind of like model answer for your question, which food is generally popular in your country. It says India. Okay, I mentioned India because that's where you are from. India is a diverse country. Different types of food are popular in different parts of India. For example, in North India, wheat, chapati, and dal sabzi is a common food. Whereas in South India, idli dosa is eaten in routine. So that's the model answer. And number 2 question, why some people prefer planting food themselves? Okay, this is the answer. People prefer planting food like vegetables themselves because they want to eat vegetables grown without insecticides and pesticides. Moreover, when they eat something they have grown at home, they pluck the vegetables just before cooking. This retains the freshness of vegetables. Okay, so that's the answer. Benzi, are you ready for your third part 3 question?
Yes, yes. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am,
your
that's right.
part 3 question. Will there be more and more people planting food in the future?
Yeah, in my opinion, people will continue to plant the vegetables or different kinds of uh, uh, plants in their home itself, because nowadays, the vegetables that we are getting from the markets are um, with adult with poisonous content. So people are more aware about the ill effect of vegetables that we are if we are going to take with the poisonous content. So I think in the future, more and more people will grow their own vegetables.
Okay, sounds good. Your next question, still part 3. Why some people prefer planting food themselves?
Um, Mom, you have asked the same question, right?
Yes, it's
To
okay. Yeah, let's hear your answer. Why some people prefer planting food themselves?
There are plethora of reasons behind that. First and foremost, people want to consume the food or vegetables which are free from insecticide and pesticide. That can be one reason. And in addition to that, so if people are growing their vegetables in their home, so they can just plug it off when they wanted to cook. So it is like they can have or enjoy the freshness of the vegetable. So in
Wow.
my opinion, it can be much healthier and it can benefit for their health as well.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, that was the answer. I mean, you got the point from that answer, the model answer. Okay, so
Yeah.
another question for you. Is it important to read the news?
From my perspective, it's very important to read the news because to update ourselves from the things which are happening around us, like political, sports, and business things which happen nationally and internationally. In addition to that, um, as adults, we need to update ourselves with the current affairs of things which are happening every day.
Okay, sounds good. Now let me just read this model answer for your first question. Will there be
Okay.
more and more people planting food in the future? And then the answer says yes. I definitely believe that more and more people will be maintaining kitchen gardens.
Okay.
Vegetables and fruit available in the market has been sprayed with many harmful chemicals. I think you mentioned that too. Of course, not the same, phrase, but that's that's your point. I remember you mentioned that. Therefore, urban farming is becoming very popular and will grow in popularity in the future also. Okay, your next question, the last one. Is it important to read the news? And the model answer says, yes, it is. News keep us connected with the outside world. We come to know what is happening around us. They tell us what our government is doing for us and also update us with the weather conditions. We also come to know about the lives of the people we follow, such as celebrities in the field of entertainment and sports. So that's
Okay.
the model answer.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it would be good, to review the way we answer and the way, review and then spot those areas in which we feel like we need to improve, especially in terms of pronunciation, correct use of words, phrases, sentence construction, and intonation too, because sometimes like it's for the examiners, because most of them they are native English speakers. There are also non-natives, but it's also possible that you get the person, the examiner, who doesn't really know the way, let's say me, I'm a Filipino, and this examiner doesn't know that Filipinos tend to say words like this. For example, the word comfortable. And Filipinos, this is our common problem, that instead of saying comfortable, we say comfortable. So if the examiner hears that, he wouldn't understand what I'm saying, which word I'm really trying to say, because normally they just hear the accent, the intonation. So okay, so now instead of saying comfortable, or comfortable, you say comfortable. And also many words, like literally, it's common that we say literally. Okay, so that's about it for now. Let's do that.